Welcome back to the series of Python programming. We will continue functions in Python. Now next topic is Python maths built-in functions. So Python provides some built-in functions for mathematics. The first function is round. So it round the number. You can also specify the precision in the second argument. So it is going to round off your value. Next is power function. So POW, power function. Here it returns raised to the power of b. That means it returns a raised to the power of b. Next is abs of x. It returns absolute value of x. Next function is max. It is going to give the largest among the supplied arguments. So here you can pass any number of arguments and it will give me the maximum of the arguments which we have passed. Next is min. It is going to return the smallest value of the whatever arguments we have passed. Next is compare. It is going to compare x and y. Next topic is Python math module. Python has built-in module that you can use for mathematical tasks. The math module has a set of methods and constants. So here in math module we have different types of functions which we can import directly, and we can you have to import math module and you can use all these function anytime. So first is acos. It is going to return the arc cosine, acos, asine, asine h, atan 2, atan h, ceil, round a number up to the nearest integer. Next is comb. Return the number of ways to choose k items from n items without repetition and order. Next is copysign, mathcos, cos, degrees. These all are the functions which are included into the math module. So you can refer these tables. Next topic is function composition in Python. Function composition is the way of combining two or more functions in such a way that the output of one function becomes the input of the second function and so on. For example, let there be two functions f and g, and their composition can be represented as f of g of x, where x is the argument and of g of x function will become the input of f of f function. So here see, we are using f of g of x. So that means g is a function where we are passing argument x. Whatever output, whatever return value of this function is going to be, this is going to become the input to the function f. Okay, so this is called as function composition, where we are writing function inside function. Example of this is function to add to a number. Okay, so we are writing def add x. We are passing x and we are returning x plus 2. Next function is function to multiply 2 to a number. So we are writing def multiply x and we are returning x into 2. Now printing the result of composition of add and multiply to add 2 to a number and then multiply by 2. So what we have to do, our question is add 2 to a number and then multiply it by 2. So we can write inside a single, we can call it in single function like this. See, we will write multiply add 5. So that means add 5. This function will call this add function. It will return x plus 2. That means it will add 5 plus 2, 7, and it will go to multiply function. Okay, then multiply will multiply it by 2. Correct? So we are passing, that means we are passing 7 and it will multiply it by 2. So my output is going to be 14. Clear? This is called function composition. Next topic is flow of execution. The flow of execution basically refers to the order in which statements are executed. That is to say, execution always starts at the first statement of the program. Moreover, statements execute one at a time. It happens in order from top to bottom. Further, functions definition do not alter the flow of execution of the program. However, it remembers the statement inside the function do not execute until the function is called. Moreover, function calls are similar to a bypass in flow of execution. Thus, in place of going to next statement, the flow will jump to the first line of called function, then it will execute all the statements there. After that, it will come back to pick up where it is left. So for example, we are writing or we are executing a program. Whenever a function call will occur, the execution will stop there. The control will go to that function which we have called. The function will get execute there, okay, and whatever the return of that function is, that will come to the position where we have left, and then the execution of the program resumes. So that means it is just like a bypass where we are stopping, we are going, we are executing, that means the interpreter executing the function and then coming back by taking return value, and then it is continuing the program. Next topic is parameters and arguments. So what is the difference between parameters and arguments? The term parameters and arguments can be used for same thing, information that are passed into a function, correct? So this question can be asked in your interview. What is the difference between parameters and arguments? So you will say that both are used in function only, correct? Now from a function's perspective, a parameter is the variable listed inside the parenthesis in the function definition, and an argument is the value that are sent to the function when it is called. So that means when we declare the function using def keyword, there we pass the values or variables that are called as parameters. When we are calling the function and when we are writing the parameters, when we are writing something inside the function, that is called as argument. So while declaring the function, it is called parameters. While calling the function, it is called as argument. Clear the difference between parameters and arguments?